This is good news. There's a new Cybertruck record. Over 300 Cybertrucks have been spotted at Giga, Texas. Before, we have seen a little bit over 100 Cybertrucks, so this is a pretty significant change. A big shout out goes to whoever counted every single one of those Cybertrucks in all of these different parking locations. They're all scattered, they're not just in one place. So it's getting a bit difficult to count. And specifically, it seems like there were 317 Cybertrucks spotted. James says this is a great sign for both 4680 and Cybertruck ramps. And Omar is typically quite optimistic, but he says can't really draw many conclusions about 4680 ramp here as production of the vehicle body is still so low. But this is certainly not bad news. I take this as good news. I would not be surprised if Gary Black sold more Tesla stock. He says what ails Tesla is increasingly difficult to justify a 55 to 60x PE on a company with a single-digit year-over-year sales growth until the next-generation vehicle comes out in 2026. Elon before did say that Tesla is likely to start production towards the end of 2025, implying that basically first deliveries would start in 2026. Elon did say, though, that he is often optimistic about timelines, so it could be a little bit delayed. There was another pretty significant Tesla stock price target cut. However, I don't see this as significant news because they had a neutral rating and they are still keeping a neutral rating. So it's just that the stock has moved basically since their last update. And I would say that's the main reason why they are changing their price target, not because of anything significant really, although they did change their Q1 delivery estimates as well as 2024 estimates. They are now estimating that Tesla will deliver less than 2 million cars. They also cut their 2025 delivery estimate from 2.6 million to 2.2 million. They said the revision is driven by slower demand in Western countries, intense competition in China, and an assumption of very limited Model 2 units in 2025, pushing any meaningful volume to start in 2026. Of course, we should all believe him and sell all of our Tesla stock holdings because among zero-star analysts, he is doing really well. And last year, in Q4, Tesla generated positive $2.1 billion, overtaking the Shone Group, which delivered combined negative $7 billion. That's due to current global automotive price wars being quite intense. And for this reason, Tesla managing to grow at all while competitors burn through their cash resources at staggering rates is a remarkable feat. And it's obvious that this situation is unsustainable and will ultimately lead to a retrenchment where incumbents will refocus on ever-shrinking lucrative niches for their products. Tesla started a price war, and so far, I would say it's winning. It does hurt Tesla in the process, but in the long term, I believe Tesla will come out of this swinging. Now you can take the following list as positives or negatives. It could be a positive because these are catalysts waiting to be unleashed. Gary says Tesla's management still doesn't realize the average American is unaware, number one, how convenient Teslas are to charge as long as you live in a place where you can charge overnight. Number two, how inexpensive Teslas are to buy and maintain. And number three, how good FSD V12 is at driving itself. I don't think Gary Black has been saying things like that about FSD earlier, but he just got a ride in a Tesla vehicle on FSD V12, and now he seems to be positive about it. And he finishes with, absent broad and compelling communications, not just on X, Tesla cannot be more valuable than Apple. Apple currently is almost $2.7 trillion in market cap. Tesla is 500, so if Tesla was close to Apple, that would be about a 5x. In other words, the stock would be $800 per share. I think if the stock suddenly rallies to $800, I think many investors would be quite okay with that. But one thing is certain, it's never boring being a Tesla stock investor. We are number one currently, says Omar. This was in response to Tesla currently being the worst performing stock in all of the S&P 500 so far in 2024. The thing about Tesla stock though is often there's either too much negativity to a point there is just overload of negativity, and there's an overcorrection, and then there's a hype phase, and then the stock rallies. In his multi-decade long career, Elon Musk has not disappointed a single long-term, and I emphasize long-term, investor who's stuck with Elon Musk. And there are people that used to support Elon Musk before Elon Musk became quite a bit more political. Ross Gerber says, free speech absolutist who cancels free speech he doesn't like, talking about Elon Musk. And there's a statement here, I want to make a public apology. I turned off CNBC last night when some Muppet was explaining for the 200th time why Elon bad and Tesla bad. By turning off the TV, I canceled that person's free speech and did not let him complete his thought. I feel ashamed for this egregious abandonment of free speech. I believe Ross Gerber was referring to Elon Musk not doing a business deal with Don Lemon anymore, but Elon Musk is not canceling Don Lemon's account on X. So how is canceling a business deal equal to you're damaging my free speech? I don't see the connection here. Banning Don Lemon on X, yeah, that would be taking away his free speech, but he's not doing that.